And I want you to give a massive round of applause to this next gentleman when he comes out. He has been in some incredible films. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome a man that starred in The Winter Soldier, Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Captain America and Civil War. You'll soon be able to see him in Avengers Infinity War, London. Please give a huge, giant welcome to the multi-talented, the brilliant Anthony Mackie!
Do I sit on both of these, or?
If you want to lay down, you can lay down. Do whatever you wish.
I'm just going to sit here. All right, we're back. Oh, it's on. Okay.
It's almost like you're...
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to the 2017 MCM Comic-Con here in London. My name is Anthony Mackie. I play the Falcon in Marvel's films such as Captain America, Avengers 3 and 4 and 2. I'm the black guy that smacked up Ant-Man, caught a case, I beat it. I also beat up Spider-Man, so if you're a little white dude, don't mess with me. You might know me from such films as 8 Mile, The Adjustment Bureau, Don't Be a Menace in South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. I was not in that movie, but I love the title. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and I will not answer them.
Well, that makes me redundant then, really.
There it is. There it is.
But so,
thank you guys for coming, by the way. Y'all look great. Y'all look great. There's some amazing costumes out there to all you cosplayers. Great work. Great work. The Ghostbuster dude. Great work. I liked it.
There you go, you've got a seal of approval. You don't need prizes or competition, you just got Anthony Mackie's seal of approval.
That's it. Dude has a Ghostbuster suit that works.
Damn.
Like he's walking around here looking for a ghost.
It's
gangster. Gangster.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Andy. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. To the Mystiques, great job. You've never seen an unattractive blue woman. Think about it. Think about it. See what I'm saying? Not one. I saw all of you were like, yeah, she was pretty too. Of Avatar, oh, she was pretty, yeah. See what I'm saying? All of them.
So, you can always tell the guy in a relationship when that question comes up, because the guy in the relationship is always looking, going, and his partner's looking at him and he's going, I ain't gonna answer that.
Exactly. I dare you, I dare you. You always get the wife look.
Yep.
Always, never fails, never fails. But if your best competition is a blue chick, you're winning, you're winning.
Now, you mentioned there in your intro, you mentioned kind of beating up Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. What has it been like working with the newest iteration of Spider-Man in Tom Holland?
You know what, I will say this. Tom Holland is England's hidden jewel. He's a phenomenal actor. He's an amazing Spider-Man. I feel there was a reason why this last Spider-Man was the most successful one, and that's 100% Tom Holland. He brings an energy and a vigor to that role that you've never seen brought to Spider-Man. He held his own with RDJ in an amazing way. That first opening sequence with him getting the suit and being in the car is hilarious and amazing. But he's an asshole. I mean, this dude is awful.
Okay.
That's all I got to say about Tom Holland.
Fair enough, then.
He's the type of dude that looks like he wears tighty-whities. Men, you know what I'm saying? Like you go in somewhere, like you're in a bar and you're talking to a girl and some guy walks up and starts talking to her and you're like, I bet this dude wears tighty-whities. That's Tom Holland. Tighty-whities. He still wears Fruit of the Looms. That's Tom Holland.
Okay.
Baby powder. When you think of Tom Holland, think of baby powder.
Right. So is that what he's going to get at the end of the shoot then? A pair of tighty-whities and baby powder as a gift from you?
No, I'm going to get him a pair of boxer briefs.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to make him grow up. I'm going to make him grow up. No more Tighty Whitey Tom. That's what I call him, Tighty Whitey Tom, by the way. You can call him that.
I can suddenly see that trending on Twitter now.
Hashtag Tighty Whitey Tom.
But Tidy Whities and Tom Holland aside, what has it been like for you being involved in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
It's been amazing, man. The Marvel being a part of that is truly a dream come true. I feel like if you look at the Marvel movies, what they've been able to do over the past 10 years with story, with character development, it's a relationship. Yeah. You know, you've kind of grown up with these characters, at least I have. And being asked to be a part of it was like being nominated for an Oscar. Yeah. It was a huge achievement in my career. I've been very fortunate. I've done a lot of really awesome projects. And the Falcon is like the crowning jewel in my career.
And you've got to play him in an incredible kick-ass form that you mentioned there earlier. What is it like then when you get action figures? Because you've got like some children as well. And is it really cool for them to play with Daddy's action figure and reenact the scenes, or do you kind of like not let them?
Not at all, man. My kids, like, I'm like, you know, your dad is a superhero, dog. Like, I'm cool. Nothing. It's Halloween. My one kid is like, I want to be a Spider-Man. The other kid is like, I want to be the Incredible Hulk. Seriously? I'm like, you live with a superhero. Literally, superhero made you breakfast and took you to school. Every day. And you, nothing.
Is it at this point you go, look, it's a superhero's keeping a house over your head right now?
Well, no. Well, that's a whole nother situation.
All
because I'm like, look, come on. But, my kids they're hilarious because at the end of the day, I'm just dad, you know? I'm like, it's broken, fix it. I'm hungry, make it. You know, it's like I'm crying, hold me. And that's the way I like it. I mean, I feel like if at any point in time they look at me as Falcon instead of Anthony, I would be heartbroken. And
because I suppose in that way you were already the superhero because you're dad.
That's what I say, but I don't believe that. I mean, come on. It's something really, like one time I bought, when my action figure first came out, I go to, you know, stores. I won't say any stores, but let's say I was at a big toy store, and I saw a thing of my action figures. So I was like, that's me, right? So I run up, and my son goes, Daddy, that's you. I was like, that's me. And he pressed the button, and the dude sounded like, I don't know what the voice was, but it wasn't my voice.
Oh.
And I was like, why didn't they just call me and use my voice? Like, I would have did it for free. Don't get some other dude, like, to do my voice. So my kid looks at it, and he pressed the button, and he pressed it again. He pressed it a fourth time, and he turns to me, he goes, Daddy, this isn't you. And I was like, nah, that's me. He goes, no, this isn't you. I was like, no, it's my figure. And he goes, no, Dad, I don't think this is yours. We should keep looking. Like, dude, that's me. So I take it up to the front, and literally, I'm with a 5-year-old. I take it up to the front, and I'm like, excuse me, is this me? The woman goes, what? I said, is this action, is this me? This is my action figure, is this me? And she goes, you can be whoever you want, darling. So I'm over it. This superhero life sucks.
What a very inspirational shop you go to.
It's man, very annoying. Very annoying. It's like if you had a superhero and you were like, your line was like, get out of the car now. And when they hire me to say it, like, say get out of the car now.
Get out of the car now.
Well, that's not your voice.
Sorry.
You're Christian Bale, that's not your voice.
Okay, get out of the car now.
Okay, now that's you. Now move your lips, and I'm going to say it.
Okay.
Get out of the car now. Whole different action figure. Whole different action figure.
To be fair, if I sounded like that at school, I would have had a much better experience at school. I'm putting it that way. I'm like infinitely cooler. So, but for you then, I mean, what's been some of the fun things you've been filming on the Avengers series and Captain America?
Well, I've been, I got to hang out with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
See, it just works every single time. Every single time. No, it's been cool, man. You know, as everyone knows, these 2 movies that we're filming are just huge in scope and cast and size and story, everything. And, you know, there's some amazing people that they've cast in these roles. So it's fun to go to work every day and hang out with these legendary actors, you know. And then, you know, they're shooting Ant-Man down the street, so I just go and bully Paul Rudd for an hour, then come back to set. You know, everybody feels better about themselves.
What a great lunch break you have.
It's great. It's great. If I just walk on the Ant-Man set and like steal stuff out of their crafty, I'm like, I dare you to tell me something, Paul. He never does. He never does.
So if we're going to open the questions now to the audience. So if you would like to go, there are 2 microphones that are sort of positioned in the middle bits there. So if you would like to go and stand by the microphones, ladies and gentlemen, we will open up the questions to you. Feel free to ask, and whatever you may wish. But one thing we alluded to earlier, you said about the projects you've done. You also worked with Eminem on 8 Mile. What was it like to actually have to know you were going to be rapping alongside who at that point was an accomplished rapper like Eminem?
It was fun, man. I was excited because to me at that time, Eminem was at the top of the game. So I felt like if I could hold my own with Eminem, people would think I was one of the best rappers alive. Yeah. Then the movie came out, and we all know how that ended. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, for that to be Eminem's first movie, I mean, all of us, really except Mackie Pfeiffer, that was our first movie. And we were just a bunch of young, dumb kids, like having fun. And that's why the movie turned out so well. I mean, it was cold as all being, but other than that, it was a great time.
And you delivered certainly a memorable performance in that, which is why we're still talking about it today. But we're going to kick off our questions with this lady on the side here in the white T-shirt.
Hi. The Hurt Locker is...
Don't yell at me. Thank you.
The Hurt Locker is one of my favorite films ever. And you worked with Jeremy in both, like, really different environments. And do you think you were different people, like from the Hurt Locker to the Avengers, or how was the experience like?
You know, Jeremy and I have always been the same 2 guys, and we've always, since the first day we met, we've always had the same relationship. We've always been good friends. We've always been confidants. And with, you know, the Hurt Locker, it was Brian Garrity, myself, and Jeremy. And we've been friends since then. And it was exciting going into Avengers, you know, knowing Jeremy was already an Avenger. You know, it's... The Hurt Locker definitely put us on a path to be where we are today. That was both of our first, like, big movies to break out from. So the Avengers just added to that. But our relationship hasn't changed. We still make fun of each other and, you know.
Did you prefer, like, one of the cast and working with one of the casts to the other, or is this just different?
On Hurt Locker?
Yeah, from the Hurt Locker to the Avengers, yeah.
Well, the Hurt Locker was 3 people, so, yeah. But we were in the Middle East, so that kind of messes it up. You know, Avengers, we're in Atlanta, and it's like 100 people, but we have air conditioning and food. So I would have to say Avengers.
Well, you have a...
But I did get to eat shawarma on Hurt Locker. A little bit of shisha. So it's hard to say. Who don't love shisha?
Okay,
you love shisha? Hookah? No? No hookah?
I sense a cookery show in your future.
She loves hookah.
We're going to move over to this young gentleman on this side.
So I was just wondering, in your honest opinion, Team Captain America or Team Iron Man?
In my honest, humble opinion, you're running where? I would have to say Team Cap. I think we should all be free to make our own decisions and choices, but you should be very upfront and willing to take responsibility for your decisions and choices.
Thank you. And now we'll go on to a young person over this side.
If you could play any other character in the MCU, who would you play and why?
Great question. Does it have to be in the MCU?
Yes.
You know what? You know what there? I always say Hulk, but I was very upset when I wasn't cast as Beast in X-Men. He's blue. He's blue. He's blue. He's blue. Like, Beast is the man. Just straight up hang upside down and read books all day in little shorts and no shirt. Gangster. See, you weren't thinking I was gonna say Beast, were you?
No.
Check out Beast, dog. Check out Beast. Smart. You there.
Mutis.
What was the funniest behind-the-scenes moment while filming with the Avengers?
Let's see. I mean, we're still filming, so they're still happening. That was funny. It was really funny. Well, that was mean. That's a hard question. There are a lot of funny moments. Probably. We had this idea of making a music video of this song, and we shot half of it, and then people realized how bad they were at dancing, and we couldn't get anybody else to dance. But, you know, Mark Ruffalo dancing is a spectacle that everyone should behold once in their life. Once. Never want to see it twice. So that was probably it. Mark Ruffalo with polka dots and a skin-tight suit all over him, dancing. Awful.
Just a quick follow-up to that as well. Have you ever played any pranks on your fellow actors?
No, I haven't. The pranks are hard to come by, and we have a sacred vow that if we do, we don't talk about them. So I almost pushed Tom Holland in the lake. But he got so angry, then he almost jumped in the lake trying to push me in the lake, which made it so much better. Yeah, anything on Tom Holland.
Thank you.
No problem.
I have a question over this side.
Hi.
What's up, other black guy?
I'm good, my man, I'm good.
Living the dream, dog, living the dream.
Damn straight, damn straight.
No doubt, no doubt.
Hell yeah. So, I'm going to ask the question that pretty much everybody wants to know is, what can you tell us about Infinity War?
You know what's interesting about that question, other black guy? If I tell you everything about the movie right now, you would be so pissed. And then you'll be like, well, why go see the movie?
I mean, you don't have to say it in front of everybody. You know what I mean?
So, well, I'm kind of in front of everybody.
After the show.
So now you want personal time. Oh, so now we going on a date and shit. Okay, I heard about guys like you. I mean, it's cool.
I mean, I'm the other black guy.
I got you, other black guy. I'm with you, dog. Get at your boy, dog. We could do this all day, homie. It ain't no thing but a chicken wing. This is how we speak jive to each other. I'll tell you this about Infinity War. It's a war of infinite proportions. Spoiler alert.
Nice one.
That's it. That's all you're getting, dog. That's it.
Not even dinner?
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Okay, so we're going to move over to this side then.
Hello.
What's up?
I was going to ask you,
Uh-oh.
is there any chance that we'll see Falcon take on the Captain America mantle in the following MCU?
I don't know. I mean, you know, the MCU is a weird universe because we don't know anything until we shoot it. Like, you know, we're in the middle of shooting Avengers 4, and I still don't know what's happening because we get the pages we're shooting that day and nothing else about the movie. So, we'll see. As long as...
For it?
What?
Would you be up for it?
No. No. No.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so do you then, when you finally see the movie back, does it actually ever, do you then go, oh, and then it all clicks into place and when you get to see the final movie?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's funny. Like my first day on a Marvel set, they bring me in. They put me on a platform 30 feet in the air. They pull all the cables on me. They're like, "All right, we want you to jump off backwards, turn over like you're shooting machine guns at a helicopter as it's going over your head and you're about to fly away." Okay, roll sound. Here we are. And that was the first day, the first moment we shot on Captain America: Winter Soldier. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what was happening in the movie. But the trailer came out 2 months later, and that was the moment that was in the trailer.
Wow.
I was like, oh, it didn't even make the movie. Like, it ain't even in the movie. But it's in the trailer. So a lot of times, you know, with the Russo brothers, you don't even question it, man. They have a whole thing, you know, that they see for these movies. And we just... are along for the ride.
So a lot of blind faith then, isn't it?
Blind faith, but enjoyable. I mean, I've been in some movies where you went into it wide-eyed and excited, and then you saw the movie. As they say in the hood, oy vey.
And we're going to go back to this side here.
So, why is Tom Holland an arsehole?
Very good question, young man. Very good question. No, all jokes aside, he's not. We just make fun of each other all the time. All the time. And it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. He's an asshole because he lives with his mom. Everybody knows that, right? Tom Holland lives at home.
And next question then, it looks like
He
Peggy
does.
Carter there.
He lives at home, sleeps in his like little twin bed with posters of Justin Timberlake on the wall. Such a nerd. Hello, beautiful lady.
Hello. As one of the few actors of colour in the MCU, what do you think that big companies like Marvel and DC can do to improve representation in their superhero films, basically?
What sound did you just make? Wait, I heard you like moan and then people clapped. Did you hear that?
I did, yeah.
Okay. All right. It sounded like a dying llama. Everybody was like, yeah, kill that llama. Well, I think DC and Marvel have made huge strides, unlike any other part of the film business, to diversify their portfolio. I think if you look at just everything that they've done on television, everything that they've done on film, there's been multiple shows that have had female leads. I mean, Miss Haley Atwell is here today, and she was the lead of one of those shows. If you look at what they're doing with Black Panther, what they're doing with my character, if you looked at the amount of women and minorities that they've put to the forefront of those two universes, I think they've set a precedent that the rest of Hollywood and the film business should get behind. You're welcome. I'm sorry you killed that llama.
We're going to this side again.
Yeah, linking to the earlier question from the other guy, both Falcon and Bucky have been Captain America at one point. Which one of those would you rather see in the MCU?
You're asking me if I want him or me to be Cap. That's a hard question. You know, it's interesting. It's funny because those would be very different Caps. I would be very interested to see what Bucky would look like as Cap, because I know the Falcon as Cap would be extremely different. So it's all about your taste. It's all about what type of Cap you're interested in seeing. Like, you know, Pierce Brosnan as James Bond, as opposed to David Craig. Daniel Craig is a very different Bond. A lot of this. Pierce Brosnan was a funny Bond. A lot of this. You know, who else can make this line work? In the history of film, I thought Christmas only came once a year. Best line of all time. Pierce Brosnan nailed it. That's all I gotta say. Do you want Pierce Brosnan or Daniel Craig? Think about it. Think about it.
Thanks very much.
How would your James Bond be then if you were James
man,
Bond?
my James Bond, I'm glad you asked. Because I've thought about this a lot. My James Bond would be cool. I mean, milky, smooth. No nonsense, no pretense. Know what I mean?
Yep.
Straight up on the hip all day. Black on black on black, down low 20-inch rims. Aston.
Nice.
6x9s, pumping, 808 in the trunk. Drop top. Know what I'm talking about?
I'm sold.
What I just said was my James Bond would be a very, very mellow man with the ladies. He would be very aggressive in his fighting style, and his Aston Martin would be a convertible on 20-inch rims with an 808 sound system in the trunk so you can hear him coming. That's my Bond.
I think they got a good reaction out of that.
That's it. Convertible Aston, yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to go over to this question here.
I'm going to say excluding Falcon.
Exclude.
Excluding Falcon.
Exclude.
Out of all the characters you've played, who's been the most interesting?
Great question. I did this movie. Actually, it's weird because I watched it last week in my hotel. I did this movie called We Are Marshall, where I played this character, Nate Ruffin. And We Are Marshall is the story of the 1972 Marshall football team, college football team, coming back from a game, and the team crashed and killed 75 people, football team members, coaches, and boosters, and university staff. And we shot in Huntington, West Virginia, at the university, and it was a harrowing experience. It was humbling to see, you know, damn near 40 years later, how this community was still affected by this crash, and you know, to meet his family and how so many people were still holding on to the legacy of these people that they lost on this crash.
It's been pretty tough, though.
It was very tough. It was very tough. But the great thing about it is the movie was able to help them move on from it, like closure. But it was a hard movie to shoot.
And what was it like kind of then finding out that they'd use that in a really cathartic way?
It was humbling. I mean, you know, as an actor, as anything, you don't know how your work affects people. As a creator, you don't, when you put it out in the ethos, you don't know how people will receive it. So to know that it was received and digested in a way that it helped them live a better life, it was very humbling, and it made me take focus and appreciate more what I'm able to do as an artist.
And now we're moving to this side.
Okay, I have.
Hey, what's up? Yo.
Me.
Oh, ask the question, man. What you doing?
I have a question and a request. So the question is, if
Oh,
you had
boy.
to pick, I'm sorry. I can't.
It's a line for questions.
Okay, so if you had to pick to bully either Tom Holland or Paul Rudd, who would you pick? Because I went to school with Tom Holland. He didn't seem that bad.
That means you wear tighty whities. Look at that guy. If you want to know what a person that looks like would wear tighty whities, it's this guy right here.
They're comfortable.
Oh, you're great. So if I had to pick between Tom Holland and Paul Rudd to beat up,
Not to beat up.
watch football with, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
To prank.
To prank?
Yes.
Oh, I would prank Paul Rudd every day of the week. Because it's so easy, man. It's just, he's an easy target. Like, Tom is always, watching his six. Like, he's always nervous, like, he knows something going down. But Paul is just happy. Like, yada, 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 so he's easy to get.
Okay, and my request is, you said you had practiced your James Bond. Can we hear your British accent?
All right, just so you know, all right? So there are many different, first of all, come here, man. So just so you know, I have the worst British accent in the history of the world, all right? But the problem with the British accent is there are 5,000 million different accents. Everybody speaks a different accent, all right? So I've been working on my accent for the past, 6 months. You ready, Danny? All right. That's my British teacher, Danny. He helps me with my accent. So I'm going to do the rest of the panel in my British accent. I'm going to answer your request by answering the next question. Watch this. Go. I'm so excited.
He genuinely is
so
really excited.
I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting to do my British accent in a room full of British people. Come on. Let's do it. Fuck, this
Probably
is for Chris
almost as
Evans.
excited as
If
I
you're
am.
recording this, this is for Chris Evans. He always makes fun of my British accent. He's an asshole. All right, here we go.
First off, I'd just like to say that I'm, of course, a boxer man. It's got to be boxer.
See, what accent is that? What language is this dude speaking? What?
First, I'd like to say that I am a boxer man too. I'm all behind that.
What is he saying?
He said first of all he's a boxer's man.
Oh, okay, good. I need a translator.
Okay. You've obviously done a lot of serious roles. Have there been any roles that have really got to you because of either research or seeing the situations you have to act out?
Well, I'm too excited. I'm too fucking excited. All right. Well, a role that really excites me was when I played Martin Luther King. Something I think maybe it touched me whole in my heart. How was that? Boom! In your face, Danny! In your face! Now I'm about to mess it up. No, it was when I did All the Way, and I played Martin Luther King. With Bryan Cranston. It was a humbling experience. I think in 2017, we don't understand the mentality or mindset of people just simply trying to survive 50 years ago. And to have to go back to that, to have to look at the physical abuse and mental trauma that people went through and were expected to deal with and move on was very, very humbling. And I think when you look at people today, there's an aspect of PTSD involved in that. There's an aspect of paranoia and sickness involved in that. So it really changed my perspective and my view on the world around me, but humbled me to realize how lucky I am and how fortunate I am to have kids and raise them without that ignorance and hatred in their heart.
Okay, thank you.
I couldn't say all that with a British accent. I was like,
Hi. I wanted to ask what inspired you to pursue acting as a career, especially when it's such a hard industry to break into and be successful in?
Well, you have to ask yourself a question. Do you want to be a working actor or do you want to be a celebrity? Those are two very different things. When I decided to be an actor, I wanted to be a working actor. I wanted to do theater. I wanted to do plays. I was doing workshops and stuff like that. I didn't get into it to be in movies. I didn't get into it to be Falcon. That's why, I went to drama high school. I went to Juilliard for drama. I was discovered doing theater in New York. So it's different when you get into it and you're like, I want to be famous, because you'll never, it's hard to attain an unattainable dream. Celebrity is not a human emotion. Like, I didn't get into the business saying I wanted to be famous. I got into the business saying I wanted to be happy, and acting made me happy. So even if I wasn't in any of these movies and I was doing a play in, Weldonshire or somewhere, that's a real place, I would be happy because I love acting. I don't love the idea of being a celebrity. So I pursued the craft of acting as opposed to the ridiculousness of celebrity.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Uh-oh, here we go. What's up, little man? No?
How do your wings fly?
Oh, come on. Look at that. Well, what you disappear? All right, here we are. Well, my wings are on a jetpack. So when the wings come out, my jetpack flies. But if I don't have the wings, I will plummet to the earth and land hardly. Does that answer your question, little man?
Yep.
And we've got a question from this person here.
First of all, since we're all doing accents up in here, let me take my turn to do one. Let me tell you something about this man. His real name's not Anthony. His real name's Clarence.
What? Are you drunk?
You went to Cranbrook. That's a private school.
It is. Oh. Everybody's like, you're drunk. Yeah. He's doing the rhyme from 8 Mile. It was one of my first movies. Starred me as Eminem. I should have got an Oscar nomination because I was great as Eminem.
Thank you for responding to that. Giving some context there. As long as you get it, that's all that matters. But yeah, that was the first role that I saw you in, and I thought you were really great as Papa Doc.
Thanks, man.
So obviously you've already just said how it was working with Eminem. I just wanted to know, where do you rank Eminem in your top 5 rap artists ever? Scenes from that film.
M is in my top 10. He's not in my top 5.
Would you tell that to him in person, or?
Yeah, we've had this conversation several times. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, there are a bazillion rappers out there. Everybody think they're a rapper. You go to Brixton, everybody's a rapper. But, true story. But, M is definitely in my top 10 just because he's a lyricist. I mean, his use of vocabulary and syncopation of beats is crazy. But, you look at some of the other people that have come before him, and you look at you look at Andre 3000, you look at Big L. I mean, you look at Tupac. I mean, there's some MCs out there, if you haven't heard of Rakim, Google it, look it up.
I know my history.
The man kind of invented rhyming. Gangster. I mean, simple and plain, quiet as kept, KRS-One. I mean, Busta Rhymes. We talking about people who have careers over 30 years.
Fair
So
enough.
he's
You
in
know-
my
you know your
top
stuff.
10. He's in my top 10.
That's great. Thanks again for talking to me.
But Rakim, dog, if you don't know Rakim.
I do know him. I do know him. I just thought you'd have more of a connection with Eminem after
Right.
meeting him and seeing his meteoric rise.
No, I could work with you and not think you'd have, no.
So no personal, okay. I
Nah,
respect that.
Negative, no.
Congrats on everything.
Thanks, big man, appreciate it.
And then we're going to go to this side.
Hello, this is
What's
a
up,
double
other
barrel
black
question. First of all, Anthony, I just wanted to know, so since you've been in this business all this time, obviously you went to drama school, Juilliard, so forth, how has the business evolved in your eyes till what it is today? What have you noticed, the changes and everything and that? And the second question, part of the question is, how have you found, obviously playing the Falcon has brought you into the fantasy comic world, and how have you found the loyalty of the sci-fi genre fans, which is quite immense usually? I just want to see your opinion on that, really.
Wait, are you, I think I understand what you asked me.
Second one?
No. The playing Falcon hasn't brought me into the comic book world at all. I literally have somebody tell me who, like, I don't read comic book, I have no idea. You bring up Minecraft, I'm like, I have no idea. I don't read comic books or anything at all. Like, now, if it's some Powerpuff Girls, we can go at it. But first of all, who's the new Powerpuff Girl with the blue hair? Who's that? No one knows. Because I love them. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. No, but I'm old school. I mean, I grew up on cartoons, you know, Tom and Jerry and all them. I never got into comic books. And it's funny now that people say, oh, I used to read all the comic books. And I'm like, that's funny, because if everybody read comic books, why did all the comic book stores go out of business? You know what I mean? So being Falcon hasn't gotten me into comic books or any of that stuff at all. I appreciate it, but no, that Japanime and all that stuff, I'm like, I can't, I do not understand any of it. And the business has changed interestingly in the past 16 years that I've been in it, because it used to be people going to the movies used to be an experience. It used to be a family affair. It used to be an event. Whereas now, you know, if people will go see movies just because they said it's going to be #1, and everybody know the movie's bad. You know, you'll read a review on Rotten Tomatoes and be like, oh, they gave it, you know, 75% tomatoes. It's fresh. I should go see it. When they haven't even seen the movie. You know, so the evolution of the business has gone to, like, there are no movie stars anymore. Like, Anthony Mackie isn't a movie star. The Falcon is a movie star. And that's what's weird. It used to be with Tom Cruise and Will Smith and Stallone and Schwarzenegger. When you went to the movies, you went to go see the Stallone movie. You went to go see the Schwarzenegger movie. Now you go see X-Men. So the evolution of the superhero has meant the death of the movie star. And that's the fear now, because you're now making movies for 16-year-olds and China. And that's it. You think of some of your favorite movies growing up, those movies wouldn't get made today.
Goonies?
Wouldn't get made today.
Halloween?
Wouldn't get made today.
Thing?
Wouldn't get made today.
Damn.
And all of them, you watch Stranger Things on Netflix. Has anybody ever seen Stranger Things?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stranger Things is Goonies.
It's everything.
It's Goonies.
Yeah.
3 kids go on a mission, find underground. There's an alien, kill the alien. Goonies. Even when they found the little dark world where the alien was, they went down a slide like, Goonies. So it's a different time now. The business, they make movies for specific audiences as opposed to just making good movies. And that's why people stop going to the movies, because most of the movies suck.
Well, it's funny because they say it's the golden age of television, and a lot of actors now are dovetailing between it. Even yourself, you did the, was it HBO? The Martin Luther King film. So is that going to continue? Like,
of course.
Actors dovetailing? Like,
no, of course, because movies
even.
cost too much now. So in order to do it, you have to do it on TV because there's so many outlets. It don't make sense to put it in a movie theater because, you know, popcorn is so much. I mean, I take my kids to the movies to see Avengers. It's $150. And I'm like, I don't even want to see myself that much. You know, whereas I have a great sound system in my house with a great TV. I have my own popcorn maker. I got my own cabinet with my in it. You know what I'm saying? So I can sit here for $8 and watch this movie just like I'm in a movie theater, pause it, freshen my, and come right back to it. So why go to the movies? So it's the cycle, the evolution of not only filmmaking, but the education of the film going populace that has evolved.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
And you mentioned there several kind of 80s great movies and things like that were brought up there. If you could protect one 80s movie or a favorite movie of yours and stop it being remade so that you could forever have that original one, which movie would you think it would be?
Just every movie. Just stop remaking movies. Just, you know, stop. Of course, like Scarface, Godfather, Platoon, Smokey and the Bandit.
Nice.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds, hairy chest, can't beat it. Steel Magnolias. Don't remake that with a bunch of 21-year-old girls. They can't do that. You know, they don't have the experience. Those are women. Great movie though. Coming to America, best movie ever made. Well, anything Eddie Murphy has done before The Golden Child. Anything before The Golden Child, protect it, put it in the vault, never remake it.
Sounds good to me. And we've got at least time for a couple more questions, so we're going to start with
We're
this
going to burn
person
through these. I'm getting to watch this. Go.
Hello. So, straying away from films a little bit, what would you say is like a recommended pickup line?
Recommended pickup line?
Yeah.
So check it out. This is a good one, all right? So, you know, everybody's out there on their phones and stuff like that. So you see a girl on her phone. I don't know what you use to pick up dudes. I don't know. But you can use this on a dude, all right? So if a girl is sitting down texting on her phone, you go over to her and say, hey, stop texting me. People are watching. Then she's like, and you're like, yeah, how's it going? You know? Because they just want to see the personality. They want to know that you're not a cuckoo. As soon as a girl thinks you're not a cuckoo, you're in. Okay. And with dudes, as soon as, well, if you say hello to a dude, you're in. That's just it. We're so excited for a girl to say one word to us. It's like, hi, hello. That's it.
So is this the kind of advice you'll be giving Tom Holland and then that you've been giving
No,
him?
he's awful with, that dude couldn't pick up a girl with a truck. He's awful. Cool, awful.
I go over to say to him.
Hi, sweetie.
That worked, see? I was like, yeah!
I just want to say that you're a major inspiration to me. You just made me feel like I can go and do something.
Go do it, mama.
Just not staying doing nothing. Also, I have a question. My friend asked me to ask you, what's Chris Evans' favorite pizza topping?
You know what? That guy likes a pepperoni pizza.
Right, she told me if you didn't say Sebastian Stan, I had to like punch you or something.
Wait, his favorite pizza topping is Sebastian Stan?
I don't know.
Kinky.
I know.
I like it. I like it. We can go there. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm mopping what you're spilling, baby. I'm mopping what you're spilling.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
I got this guy here.
This is the guy with the coolest T-shirt at this whole con. Everybody find out where he bought it and get one. Because I'm going to get one.
Who's your favorite Avenger, and who do you think is the strongest?
Who do I think is the strongest? What?
Yeah.
My favorite Avenger is the Incredible Hulk, of course. And he's definitely the strongest because they had to make the Hulk buster and it couldn't bust him. Gangster. And he's green. Can't be, well, you can be green with blue, but green is a close second. Green is a close second. Who? You're drunk. Who else? Hey there, little man, what's up? You there, Sire? Squire? Is it Squire?
Sire was perfect.
Sire? What?
When you're making the movies, were you actually doing the stunts and the fighting?
Great question, young man. Well asked. No. I have a great stuntman that looks just like me. And it's literally like a cartoon. I do this, and they say, cut! And he comes in, I walk out, and he jumps off the building, and I'm like, good for you. Everyone has a job to do. Let that man do his job. I'm not here to do his job. That's how you break stuff. You there, Winter Soldier.
Can you move your seat up?
What?
Sorry, my question is, what was it like filming, sorry, I've forgotten. What was that like filming?
There's only like a few movies you can finish that sentence with. I'm sure you can figure it out.
What was it like with 3 people in the Volkswagen Beetle scene?
Have you ever been in a Volkswagen?
Yeah, they're very small.
Right, they're very small. And all of us are like between 5'11" and 6'1".
So how did you all fit?
It didn't. It was the funny thing about the Volkswagen. So that little car is the best piece of crap on earth. So sometimes the door will fly open. Like, oh, this is a funny blooper. When we were shooting Civil War, we were driving the Volkswagen up the ramp in the garage to go meet Paul Rudd and everybody. So we turn the curb and the door flies open. And Chris can't get the car in gear, so we're headed at the wall at like 20 miles an hour.
So was he driving it?
Chris and I are about to jump and like leave Sebastian in the car. It's like each man for himself, dog. But he got the car stopped, but Sebastian wasn't very happy about that. I'm like, you got the back seat, dog. That's kind of how it goes.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, we got it. One more. Come on,
Okay,
turtle.
one
Is that
more.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? What is
Well,
that?
I was wondering if you could have any weapon on your armor, what would it be?
See, how do you not get that question?
I did.
If I could have any weapon, I would have a killer sound system in my backpack. I mean, can you imagine that? Me flying up and playing like Prince? You know what I mean? Playing like Michael Jackson?
No.
Like the Beatles? Here come old Black Top, he come. That would be jamming, man. See? That's Falcon's cap. My suit is going to become like the Cadillac of flying suits.
Okay.
That don't mean nothing to you now, but it will in 10 years when you find out what a Cadillac is.
Right.
Right. That little guy. See that, Tom Holland? You got. You there, lady?
Hey, this is terrifying.
Uh-oh.
I was gonna do a really heartwarming question about kind of who you inspired in that, but then I really wondered On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does Robert Downey Jr. annoy you?
You know what? Robert Downey Jr. introduced me to caviar and quinoa. I love Robert Downey Jr. True story. True story. And he has the softest couch I've ever sat on in my life. Huge couch. It's like a 12-person couch. Damn. And literally, you sit on it and you just lay down. Unwillingly, you sit down, all of a sudden, you lay down. And he has great caviar. Huh?
Hasn't done anything to annoy you or maybe your co-worker?
No. He introduced, have you ever had quinoa?
No idea.
Go to the store, buy some quinoa, boil it. Put a little balsamic vinaigrette on it, chop up some onions, carrots, a little bit of sauce, fry an egg, toss it in there. Quinoa salad. Robert Downey Jr.
Thank you.
All right. The lady there in the red, well, there are only 4 more people. All right, we're going to burn through these. How much time do we have?
We literally are over now.
Oh. All right. Okay. Okay, quick, yes, no. Go!
Well, there we go then. Yeah.
What research did you do for Falcon? Like in the Civil War, there's a section where you talk about old soldiers.
Good question. I did a lot of research. I went and met with some vets. I did a lot of studying on PTSD, met with some counselors at the VA hospital in New Orleans, and also I went skydiving so I can feel the pressure against my face of falling. And it hurts. And that's the majority of my Falcon research. Go!
Yo, what's up?
What up, Doe?
Big fan.
Answer your question.
Sorry.
Oh, shit.
You played Tupac.
Good point.
You were amazing in that. I just wanted to know your honest opinions on All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me, the album or the movie?
Both.
The album. First double CD by a hip-hop artist, triple platinum, great album. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to with me. That one of the greatest lines of all time. That's the way to start a line. The movie was good. I feel like they did Tupac a great service by telling his story. If you don't own All Eyes on Me, go get it. Hello.
Do you think your children respect you as an actor?
Oh, I love you. They do. My son. Okay. All right. I'm a brag. All right. I'm a brag. You ready? All right. This is what bragging looks like. So I did Sesame Street. All right. I was with Cookie Monster on Sesame Street. All right. I'm bragging, and my kids saw it. And I wasn't home, and my son called me and was like, "Daddy, you know Cookie Monster?" And I was like, "Yeah, Cookie Monster is my man." And he goes, "You know what, Daddy? You're the coolest daddy ever." So, all you do, just Cookie Monster. I got to hang out with Cookie Monster. Go.
Oh yeah, I've got one question and one request. The question is, if you could do a rap battle again with Eminem, would you do it?
Of course I would. I'm not scared of no Eminem. He can't mess with me. I'll rap so hard he'll have to pee. Oh, blah, 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 blah. See that? See that? I just went straight, blah, blah, and you got nervous. Go.
If you got hypothetically, after this, you got offered the part of the Beast, would you take it?
Ooh, Beast Falcon. You know what? I wouldn't, because Kelsey Grammer plays the Beast, and he's one of the greatest actors alive, and I love watching Kelsey Grammer act. But if Kelsey Grammer put down the mantle of Beast, I would love to be Beast. I would also love to be Blade if Wesley Snipes said it's okay. That's my thing. That's my thing. I'm just putting it out there in the ethos. Blade, then Beast. Go.
If the Falcon had a solo movie, who would, of the Avengers, who would you want to have by you?
Who would I what?
Who would you want on your team?
Ooh, okay. So I would want, I would want Hulk, because he's smart and he's big. I would want Winter Soldier because Sebastian's my man and we can hang out when we're not working. And I would want Colby Smulders because I love her so much.
Thank you.
And she's the most talented woman on the planet. You there, Yellow Jacket.
Hiya, big fan.
Thanks.
I just want to ask, from being an expired actor, how would I get an expiring actor?
Oh, I was like, you're 12. How did you expire? You have a lot of life ahead of you, kid.
How would someone get into your position from going from like college and being in your position?
Take classes. I always tell people you want to be bad in class, not when you get the job. Take classes and get all of your bad acting out. Because if you get a movie and you're bad in a movie, you will be expired. Trust me. You there, go.
Who would win in a fight? Iron Man or Falcon?
Well, Iron Man would win because he's covered in iron. Now, if he were to take off some of that iron and we go at it, I'm pretty sure I can give him some. But he's covered in iron. And he has too many gadgets.
Surely that would weigh him down, though.
What?
Surely that would weigh him down.
No, because he flies. So he's not that heavy. You there, go.
I know you don't know much about the Marvel comics and things. You said you didn't read them, but if you could play if you said you could play, if you could play a different one of the Avengers, which one would you play?
Oh, just said that. I would play the Hulk.
You had answered that already.
I did. You're drunk.
I must have missed that.
It's all right. I got you, Playboy.
Yeah.
Appreciate you though. Hello, love.
Hi. Sorry. Who would you rather fight? Who would win against Falcon or Black Widow?
Well, if I get in a fight with Black Widow, it's always better when you make up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? We're adults. Kids don't know what I'm talking about. You there, sir.
Will you ever appear in a Marvel Netflix show?
Would I film a Marvel Netflix show?
Like a cameo.
What?
Cameo.
Cameo. Would I film a cameo on a Marvel Netflix show? Yeah. Is your question? Of course I would. I mean, Sam Jackson has done it. He did it with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So why wouldn't I? I mean, being in the Marvel Universe is a good time. So I would never turn down an opportunity to immerse myself more in the universe. You there. This is the last question. Is that a Rocky Horror Picture? No, what is that? I'm sorry, I'm stopped talking.
It says free hugs.
Baby. Go ahead.
So, two very quick things. First, how excited were you when you found out that you were going to be playing Falcon?
I was very excited. I cried like a baby. I truly did. I literally sat in my closet and cried for about an hour. You know how you cry so hard you need to take a nap? Like literally, I cried so hard I drank a glass of water and took a nap. It was great. I was really excited, and I was even more so excited because, you know, in your career you want to be acknowledged. You want to have someone say, hey, you've been doing a good job and here's your reward. And I felt up to that point I hadn't got that acknowledgement. I felt like I've been doing good work. I had 40 some odd movies on my resume, and, you know, 2 of them had won Best Picture, and, you know, people had been nominated and all this stuff, and everybody's like, oh, I love all your movies. And it was like for naught, you know? Whereas if you're another actor, you can do 1 season of CSI LA, and next thing you know, you're Wolverine. You know? I mean, Hugh Jackman didn't do CSI LA. I'm just, you know, because I love Wolverine. But the reality of it was, I felt like that was my moment of acknowledgement. Everything in my career I had been working on had finally paid off with this opportunity to be the Falcon, because I knew it was such a major role, and it was going to be such a major role in this already exploding universe. So it was very emotional, and then very fun.
That's lovely to hear. The second thing is a request. Since I have a free hugs t-shirt on, could I get a hug from you, please?
All right, everybody has to look away, though.
Okay.
All right, come on. Everybody, thank you for coming.
We've got one.
Oh, we got one?
There's a tiny little guy there that's just below the mic.
This dude.
He's a little... There he is.
Are you ever thinking about doing a Falcon movie alongside the other Avengers?
I think about it all the time. As a matter of fact, I have about a 3-hour movie on my cell phone right now that me and my friends have shot with our cell phones around the house for the past 2 years. That is the best Marvel movie ever made, of the Falcon at his house with his friends. This is all the time. I think about it. I'm thinking about it right now. Look at this. That was a great scene. I'm thinking about it right now. What do you think about a Falcon movie outside the Avengers?
I'd love it.
Wow! I like it. Are there any more little people out there?
No, that's it.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Oh, there's one more.
Just where are you coming from?
So, Marvel Cinematic Universe so far has led up to Infinity War, and I was thinking about possible storylines after Infinity War, and I reckon we would all like, everyone in this room and everyone who's a fan of Marvel, and if you all agree with me, I mean, this is a pretty good storyline. X-Men versus Avengers.
I like that.
And also, can we take one big massive selfie in the room?
Whoa. I like that, 1. 2, it'll never happen because X-Men are owned by Fox and Marvel is owned by Marvel.
Yeah, well, you guys got Quicksilver.
I'm not finished. Can I finish? Because you didn't ask a question. And we kicked the X-Men's ass. True story. I've played it out many times on a video game. We kicked their ass. All right, thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the brilliant Mr. Anthony Mackie!